We just announced this morning, and you're going to be the first group that I am saying this out loud to, that we have changed our name. So we're going from Elemental Accelerator to Elemental Impact, and a testament to, I think, how much this ecosystem and industry has grown over the past 15 years. So when we first started, there was no accelerator incubator that was focused on clean energy or climate technologies, because it wasn't seen as something that was, really viable. So we've started to somewhat outgrow our accelerator name, because we think of ourselves as much more than that now. We're trying to be a platform to really an investment platform with a family of funds that can help support startups and entrepreneurs in different ways. And one of those ways is kind of the second big announcement that we made this morning. We were recently awarded $100 million as part of the Greenhouse Gas Reduction Fund, which is an EPA-administered program.
Do you think policy will continue to evolve in response to innovations from the tech world?
Yeah, that's an interesting question. I guess first, for some basic background on kind of our flagship programs, it would probably be the Green Energy Money Saver On-Bill Financing Program, kind of a mouthful, so often known as the GEMS program. And this was created in 2014 to provide accessible and affordable financing at below market rates for energy improvements. Initially just rooftop PV and water heaters, but this recently expanded last year to include batteries as well. Some of the pertinent features are that we don't qualify based on credit or debt-to-income ratios or disconnections. Instead, the underwriting is totally based on estimated minimum bill savings. So whether or not the system will put the family in a better place financially afterwards.
But really, the grid edge is so much more than that, and it has so much to do with economic innovation and the support systems that come up around tech. So we have policy that really gives the impetus for new tech development through a promise or a request for a new market, essentially. And then tech innovators come into the play, and tech isn't developed in a vacuum. You need the economic support, capital, guidance through accelerators, co-working spaces, and community, and places like Tech Week, for example. And then you have these more developed technologies come to market, and you really need the driver towards market transformation, which is your policies and support systems and financial structures that come up to really deliver the new tech and provide the decarbonization solutions that we so desperately need.
The Blue Planet Alliance, however, is taking that example and spreading it throughout the islands in the Caribbean and the Pacific and the Indian Oceans. So our goal is to make Hawaii a role model, per se, and we're not really supposed to say that because not everybody wears the same slippers or shoes, and we're trying to understand what is needed, what is the obstacles in their own jurisdiction, and how do we listen to them more and try to inject some ideas into that. And
this real worry about what was that actually going to mean for our families, especially the ones that aren't wealthy and can't buy their way off of this ever increasingly more complex grid. And so we really focused in on the least sexy grid asset that is available, which is the electric water heater. And the reason we did that is because it's really prominent in lower income communities because it's the cheapest form of water heating. But it is the Swiss Army knife of distributed energy resource usability. And so the thesis was to build a platform that could aggregate water heaters and perform any grid service that a battery or anything else could do. And that's what we set out to do. We've been very successful on the water heater side. We have now expanded to really any grid edge asset that sits at the grid edge behind the meter. And
Maven, for those of you that don't know, is a software platform that helps utilities reach their decarbonization and energy saving goals faster and at less cost. And we do that by helping residents, homeowners, and renters connect with the right solutions for their home and enroll in rebates and incentive programs with less friction. So we start by enabling anyone to conduct their own virtual energy assessment. We have an app that you can use if your utility is registered and partnered with Maven. And you can log in, sync with your utility accounts, we'll use that data to build a baseline profile of your home, your energy profile. And then it guides you through on-screen instructions to collect all of the data required for the rest of your energy model, everything from the structural information of your home, all plug-load appliances, and mechanical inventory. And then that data goes through Maven Intelligence, and we run a variety of simulations that calculate exactly what the cost and carbon savings is with every upgrade you could adopt. And then we provide you with a report that compares all of your options in dollars and in kilograms of CO2. And so then you can decide, depending on whether you're motivated to save on energy costs, which I think we all are, but also if carbon reduction is your priority,